Okay, so good morning everybody, and we'll continue with our discussion on reading of ledger accounts. So far we have seen different types of accounts, and today it's time to review some of the sales related accounts. Now, along with the sales, we will also understand the accounting for GST. All of you know that now since last 3.5 years, we have what is called as goods and service tax, which has replaced most of the indirect taxes. So as we discuss the accounting aspects of sales, we will also discuss the accounting aspects of related goods and service tax. Now, before we do that, let me explain a couple of concepts and then we will see the accounting for sales. Now, ordinarily, when you book a credit sale, how do you pass the entry for that? Do you remember? What is the entry passed for credit sales? Anyone? You can unmute and give me an answer.
Debtors account debit to sales account.
Correct. Very good. Customer account debit to sales account. Now, this is a basic entry. But apart from sales accounting, you will have corresponding GST accounting also. So let us understand what is this mechanism of GST and what are the components of GST, and then we will see the accounting. Now, most of you would have purchased something recently on which you would have received a GST bill, right? Even if you go to a restaurant and if you get a bill, it is also a GST invoice or GST based bill. Okay. Uh, can you make out or do you remember what kind of components are there in your GST bill? Anybody remembers? Yes. Does it say only GST at say 18% or GST at 5%, or there are some components in that? There is some breakup in that. Do you remember? Yes, anyone?
Types of goods.
Sorry? Can you say it again, please?
Types of goods.
No, other details will definitely be there. My query is only about GST. There will be several other details. Quantity will be there. Description will be there. There is something called as HSN code, which is a prescribed code for that goods. Buyer's name will be there. Several other details are there. My question is only focused on amount of GST. Does the bill show only one single amount of GST, or you see any breakup of GST there? Do you remember?
Breakup.
Okay, what kind of breakup? Yes, what kind of
CGST
breakup?
and SGST.
Yes, CGST and SGST. See, since you are referring to the bill which you have received in the state of Maharashtra only for some purchase, you will have what is called as CGST and SGST. Let us understand what this CGST or SGST is all about before we go to the accounting. Now, suppose you are a manufacturer or a trader whose place of business is in Maharashtra, let's say Mumbai. From Mumbai, you are carrying on the business and you are liable for GST. So you have taken a GST registration. So whenever you sell the goods, you are supposed to levy the goods and service tax at the applicable rate. The applicable rates could be 5%, 12%, 18%, or even 28% for some luxurious commodities. So whatever is the applicable rate, on that basis, if you are a seller and if you are registered for GST, you should add GST component in your tax invoice. It is called as a tax invoice in the GST. So whatever is your value of goods sold, that will be increased by the amount of GST. Number one. Number two, the GST you will have three components. One is known as CGST, or it is known as central GST. It is called as central GST. Next one is SGST, which is state GST. And the third one is IGST, which is for interstate transactions. So it is an interstate transaction related GST. So three components: SGST, CGST, and IGST. Now, which component you will show in your bill depends on what kind of sale you have made. There are two distinct possibilities here: that you are in Mumbai you are registered for goods and service tax, and you have sold some goods to customers, to a customer who is also in Maharashtra, in the same state, Maharashtra state. You have a customer and you have sold the goods to him. So in that case, there will be two components which you will have to show in your bill. Those are known as SGST and CGST, Central Goods and Service Tax, and State Goods and Service Tax. These are the two components. Now suppose 18% is applicable rate on those goods, 9% will go in SGST and 9% will go in CGST. So 50-50% will be divided for the basic rate of GST if the transaction is in the same state. Take another example. As I have told you, you are a say manufacturer or a trader based in Mumbai. You have a customer in Gujarat and you sell the goods to him. Now in sales tax or in goods and service tax, we call this as interstate transaction because Gujarat is a different state. So seller is in the state of Maharashtra, buyer is in the state of Gujarat. So obviously it is known as an interstate sale. And whenever you charge the GST on interstate sale, we call it as IGST, Interstate Goods and Service Tax. So these are the three basic components of GST that you will come across most of the times. Now, what is our focus? Our focus is to understand these concepts, which we have done now, and then now we will go to the accounting for GST along with sales. Because if you are a manufacturer or if you are a trader who is registered for GST, whenever you make a sale, you will obviously charge GST in that bill. Now, this GST which you charge on sale, in accounting terminology, we call it as output GST. So along with sales, as you can see here, you have 2 or 3 more accounts. Which are those? You have output CGST at 9% on sales. This is one more account which will come with the sales because it is related to sales. Then output SGST at 9% on sales. This is CGST and then SGST. And then you will have output IGST at 18% on sales. Now, why are we calling this as output IGST? It is for identification. This is the GST on sales, and sales is your output, and therefore we are calling it as output GST. If it is a purchase, we call it as input GST. Okay, then you will have input SGST, input CGST, or input IGST accounts. Have you understood these basic concepts and these three accounts that we are referring to? Any queries? Anybody has any doubts on this? Yes?
No, sir.
Okay. So all of you are now fairly clear about levy of GST at a particular rate. What is IGST? What is CGST? What is SGST? Now let us come to the accounting. How does it happen? Now, whenever you are a seller who has sold goods which are subjected to GST, you will prepare a bill for the basic value of goods. You will add GST to that, and you will work out total amount payable for that from that customer. Now, whenever we account for this, we have to account it component wise. In a sense, sales will go to sales account, that is the basic selling price, and GST will go to respective GST accounts, which are output GST accounts. Now, your sale account is basically a nominal account because end of the year we transfer the sales to profit and loss account. It's an income, so it is a nominal account. Whereas output CGST, output HGST, etc., all these are your liability accounts. These are real accounts. These are usually reflected in the liability side because you have to pay this GST to the government. As a seller, you charge GST in your sales bill, recover it from a customer, and then you pay it off to the government. So it is your liability. So these GST accounts, output GST accounts, are real accounts as a part of your liabilities in the financial statements. Now, having said this, we will discuss this group of accounts. One is a sales account and 3 output GST accounts together, and we will write the comments also together on these 3 accounts. I will explain one transaction and then we will start noting down the commentary on these transactions. Let's come to the sale account. In sale account on 30th November 2019, you see the first sale recorded. It says by ABC Limited, Delhi, invoice number 65. This is your entry for sale, and 1 lakh rupees is the value of goods, and 65 is the invoice number or bill number. Now, since the party is in Delhi, will it be interstate sale or will it be within the state sale? Assuming that Vijay is in Maharashtra, we are looking at the books of Vijay, proprietor Vijay. So, assuming that Vijay is in Maharashtra, sale to ABC Limited in Delhi, is it an interstate sale or within the state sale? What is the nature of this sale?
Interstate.
It will be interstate because
Interstate.
Delhi, yes, it's an interstate sale. So then, should we charge CGST, SGST, or IGST? Which one should be charged on this?
SGST.
Based on our discussion, should we charge SGST? When do you charge SGST? When the sale is in the same state. But just now you said it is a different state. It is a interstate sale. So will SGST apply? Or will it be only will it be something else that will apply? Yes, which component should be levied? It will be IGST, isn't it? Because the goods are sold in a different state. The buyer is in a different state in Delhi, and Vijay is in Maharashtra, the proprietor whom we are referring to, whose books are referred by us. So obviously, this will have 18% IGST. We are assuming that these goods are subjected to GST at 18% rate. So on 1 lakh rupees, you will charge GST of 18,000, which will be IGST. And when you charge this, where will you collect? This will go to 18% IGST account. So on 30th November, you will find the entry by ABC Limited Delhi, invoice number 65, 18,000 rupees, and this entry has come in output IGST account because party is in Delhi, customer is in Delhi, so this will be IGST. So how do we record the entry now? We debit customer. Who is the customer? ABC Limited. How much amount should we debit to customer account? 1,18,000, the entire amount of invoice. 1 lakh plus 18,000 is the complete amount of invoice, full value of invoice. Out of that, 18,000 will be credited to output GST account because it is a IGST at 18% on sales. So 18,000 will be credited here. And what about 1 lakh rupees? The 1 lakh rupees will be credited to sales account. So you can see here in sales account by ABC Limited, invoice number 65, 1 lakh rupees. So sale account is credited for basic selling price, whereas GST collection will be credited to respective GST account. It could be CGST, it could be IGST, or it could be SGST account, as the case may be. Have you understood these basics of sales and GST accounting? Yes? Any clarity required on this? Any more explanation required on this? Yes or no? Yes, any doubts? Please ask. Please unmute and ask. Can we go ahead with the notings? We can start with the notings. Okay. I hope I am audible. आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा है? Yes, anybody? Nobody is saying anything. What happened? Am I able to reach you? Is the audio clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So shall we start with the comments? Okay. First comment I will write down, I'll type out, and then we will discuss that or read out. Okay. The first comment will be the given set of ledgers include sales account, which is a nominal account, and output GST accounts, which are real accounts or liability accounts, namely output SGST, output CGST, and output IGST accounts. Okay, this is a common comment about the nature of accounts for all the types of ledgers that we have. Okay, we have a group of accounts given to us. Now let us come to 30th November. On 30th November, there is a first sale, invoice number 65. Value is 1 lakh rupees. So let us make the first comment. Credit sale of rupees 1 lakh. The credit sale of rupees 1 lakh plus IGST of 18,000 is recorded, while invoice number 65 to ABC Limited, New Delhi. Since the buyer is in another state, IGST is levied at 18%. All of you please write down the comment, then we will go to the next entry. Have you written the comment? Then we will start with the next entry. Yes, did you write the comment? Can I go to the next entry? Yes or no? Can
Yes,
someone?
sir.
Yes, we'll go to the next entry now. Okay, fine. So let's go to the sales account again. On sales account, the second entry is on 15th December. It says by P Limited, Mumbai, invoice number 66. So here the customer is in Mumbai. P Limited is your customer and the customer is in Mumbai. Since the customer is in the same state, because Vijay, the proprietor, is in Maharashtra. So this customer P Limited in Mumbai, same state. So this 2 lakhs of sales will attract GST at 18%, but we'll have to make a breakup of that, and the breakup will be 50% will go to SGST and 50% will go to CGST. Now 2 lakhs rupees, 18%, if you calculate GST, it comes to 36,000. So if you see here, output GST account by P Limited, 15 December, invoice number 66. So whatever is CGST, 18,000, that will come here. And whatever is SGST, okay, 18%, 50% of that 18,000, that will come here in SGST at 9% on sales account. So now you can see the entry on 15 December. Entry is reflected in 3 accounts. First is a sale account where basic sale value of 2 lakh rupees is recorded. Total GST is 36,000 for invoice number 66, but it is a local sale in the same state of Maharashtra. So this will be broken up into 2 parts: output CGST and output HGST at 9% respectively. So amounts are 18,000 each, credited to 2 accounts: CGST output and HGST output at 9% on sales account. Have you understood the second transaction, 15 December? Yes? Can we write down the comments?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's write down the comments for second transaction. 15 December is the date. Credit sale of 2 lakhs plus GST of 36,000 is recorded while invoice number 66 to P Limited. Is it Pune or Mumbai? Mumbai. Okay. So 18,000 each, we will find a credit here. 18,000 in output CGST and 18,000 in output HGST. Both accounts are credited for invoice number 66 for 18,000. Have you noted these comments? Yes. Can we go to the next transaction? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us go to third transaction. 20th December, X Limited, Pune, invoice number 67, 3 lakhs rupees. Now if 18% is GST, how much will be the GST on this? Yes. How much will be the GST on this transaction? 3 lakh rupees is the basic price. Anyone? How much is the calculation? How much is the amount for GST? 18%.
8,100.
8,100. How did you get 8,100? On 3 lakhs, 18%.
Sorry, sir. One.
54,000.
54,000 is the amount.
54,000.
Yes.
54,000.
Correct, correct. Now, will it be CGST, SGST, or IGST?
IGST.
It will be IGST. So it should be normally credited to IGST account in this particular case. Correct? 54,000. Now, if you see, will it be IGST? We are referring to Pune. Yes, will it be IGST? 54,000? Yes. Will it be IGST 54,000? Yes, anyone? Yes, anybody? If it is the same state, it won't be IGST. It will be CGST and HGST. Okay. So CGST and HGST account should have been credited for 54,000. But by mistake, what has happened? By mistake, on 28th December, that 54,000 is credited to IGST account. Okay. 54,000 is by mistake credited to IGST account. Actually, the party is Pune based. So logically, it should have been CGST and HGST, but 54,000 is wrongly credited to IGST account. Can you see this entry here? 28th December, IGST 54,000. So it is a wrong entry. So we'll have to note this. We'll have to make a note of this, that this is a wrong entry. Okay. So let's write down the transactions. Credit sale of rupees. GST of 4,000 recorded invoice number the buyer is same state GST and GST should have credited for rupees 27,000 wrong by crediting rupees 1,000 put IGST account rectification. Okay. A credit sale of rupees 3 lakhs plus GST of 54,000 is recorded while invoice number 67 to X Limited Pune. Since the buyer is in the same state, output HGST and output CGST should have been credited for 27,000 each. However, a wrong entry is passed by crediting 54,000 to output IGST account, which needs a rectification. Have you understood this? Because it's a wrong entry. So we are going to make a rectification at some point in time. It will require rectification. Have you understood why this rectification is required? Yes? Did you follow this? Yes or no?
Wait, sir.
Yeah. You are writing the comment? Once you finish, tell me.
Done, sir.
Yeah. So now, if you see this, there is a mistake. The entry is passed by mistake, and this 54,000 is wrongly credited here, as you can see here. 28th December, X Limited, and 54,000 is the amount credited here for IGST. Actually, it is not IGST, it is CGST and SGST. So a rectification was required, and you can see here eventually a rectification is done. When was it done? On 31st December. Somebody would have realized the error and a rectification has been made. So you can see here the entry for rectification. This is the correction entry. What is the correction entry passed in this case? The correction entry is output IGST account debit to output CGST and output HGST. So you can see the correction entries here. Now the correction entries have been already made. Okay. So you can see here on 31st December, output IGST is debited. Why it is debited? It is debited to make the correction of this X Limited invoice number 67 54,000 wala entry. This needs a correction. So we have debited here 27,000 each. One has gone to HGST, another has gone to CGST. So you can see here by output GST, this is output IGST account actually. Also by output IGST account. These are corrections for 54,000, the wrong entry which was passed into the books. I'll mark the wrong entry with a color band again. This is a wrong entry actually. Okay. So this was subsequently corrected. This was a wrong entry. So this has been corrected and we have just seen the correction entries passed on 31st December. Have you understood the wrong entry and now the corresponding correction also? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us write down the comment on this. So, rectification of voice number 67 transfer is 54,000 output AG and CGST 1,000. So whatever correction was required has been already carried out on 31st December. After the accounts were scrutinized, this particular mistake must have been picked up, must have been noted by the accountant, and so appropriate entry is passed for rectification on 31st of December 2019. I hope everybody has followed this entry, and then on 31st December, necessary balances are carried forward. This is not the end of the year, so accounts are not closed Otherwise, your sale account will be closed by transferring the balance to profit and loss account. Output CGST, output HGST, these will be closed as and when the payments are made. But it has not happened. Neither the payments are made, nor the accounting is closed towards the end of the year. So we are simply carrying forward the balances on 31st of December. The accounts are closed and the balances are carried forward to the next month. So we can write the last comment on 31st December. All the accounts are closed. Is carried forward to the next month. Any difficulty in this? All of you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, any difficulty? Can we go ahead? Anybody needs explanation again? Or we can go ahead? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we saw the elementary principles, basic principles in accounting of GST for sale transactions. Same way, we will understand it for purchase transactions. Okay. Now, whenever you purchase the goods, it is possible that you pay GST on purchases. Now, when you charge the GST on sales, that GST was known as output GST. Likewise, when it is on purchase, we call it as input GST. Okay. So you may have input CGST, you may have input SGST, and you may have input IGST also. Okay. If you purchase the goods from outside Maharashtra, it will be IGST. If you purchase goods within Maharashtra, it will be combination of CGST and SGST. So with this background, let us look at these two transactions. A simple case of purchases. On 1st March 2020, you have made a purchase. What is the value of purchase? Basic value of purchase? Yes, what is the basic value of purchase? Invoice number 556, X Limited. Anybody? Look at the account and tell me. Yes, what is the basic purchase value, purchase price? Is it not 2 lakhs?
2 lakhs.
Yes, 2 lakhs. Now X Limited is your supplier. X Limited is in Mumbai. So what kind of tax X Limited should levy if GST is 18%? Will it be IGST? Will it be CGST or will it be SGST? You are also in Maharashtra, Vijay, and your supplier is also in Maharashtra. So will it be IGST or it won't be IGST?
Won't be IGST, it will be CGST or SGST.
Yeah, it will be CGST and SGST. It won't be interstate purchase. So now on 2 lakhs rupees, X Limited will charge GST 18%. So 36,000 will be broken up into two parts, and therefore you can see here for the sale invoice there is an input GST of 18,000 and there is an input SGST and input CGST of 18,000 each. So how is the entry passed by you? The entry is purchase account debit 2 lakhs, input CGST account debit 18,000, input SGST account debit 18,000 to X Limited's account. So party account is credited for 2,36,000. Purchase account is debited only for 2 lakhs, the basic purchase value, and 18,000 is debited to input CGST, and 18,000 is also debited to input SGST accounts. These are the two accounts which are respectively debited for those sums. Have you understood this entry?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there is one more case on 10th March, one more purchase. Parties Y Limited, Surat, invoice number 676, 1 lakh. Okay. What kind of GST will be levied on this transaction? 18% is the rate. 1 lakh rupees is the invoice value. What will be the nature of GST which will be charged on this transaction?
Sir, repeat once again.
Pardon me? CGST will be charged, SGST will be charged, or IGST will be charged? Which one will apply?
IGST.
It will be IGST because Y Limited is in Gujarat, Surat, whereas Vijay, the proprietor whose books we are looking at, is in Maharashtra. So it's an interstate transaction. So on 1 lakh rupees, 18,000 will be the amount of GST. Okay, and that amount of GST will be IGST. So you will pass the entry purchase account debit 1 lakh, input IGST account debit 18,000. You can see the entry here. To Y Limited account 1 lakh 18,000. So if it is a purchase related GST, again you will have three different types of levies: IGST for interstate purchases, and local purchases or within the state purchases you will have CGST and SGST. And accordingly you have to debit respective accounts. The account heading is now slightly different. It is a tax on purchases, GST on purchases. So we usually call it in accounting as input CGST, input SGST, or input IGST, as the case may be, depending on the nature of transactions. Okay, and out of these, purchase account is your nominal account. Okay, so end of the year we transfer that balance to P&L account. It's sort of an expenditure. Whereas your input SGST accounts, input CGST accounts, etc., these are real accounts, because based on this you can claim a set-off, or what we call it as input tax credit, which we will not discuss now, but you can claim a set-off or ITC, input tax credit, and therefore these are usually considered as real accounts in the balance sheet. Okay, so the classification of these input accounts will be real accounts, whereas classification of purchase account will be a nominal account. Have you understood what we discussed today? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now can you write down the comments on your own for this sum? Can you try this?
No, sir.
So try now. All of you write down the comments on your own. Make a try. Whatever we have discussed on purchase, all the accounts together, you can write the comments. I will download the attendance in the meantime. Please go ahead. All of you write down the comments on your own.